Hello, YouTube. How's everybody doing? To the fathers out there, stepfathers, role models, happy Father's Day to you all. If you're a friend of mine, most likely you did a wonderful job or the best you could in this world. If you're not a friend of mine, you probably aren't listening to me, so I'm okay with that anyway. You know, um, I don't know what this video is about. I just wanted to really just wish you a happy day. And I'm missing my adopted dad today. Um, I miss him most days, actually, even with all the cruel things that I went through. They were still my only family that I had, you know. So, yeah, it's sad for the people that never had fathers, you know, or you all you had was a role model or a stepfather or something. Even if they weren't the best in the world, I guess that's what we got and what we needed when we were kids. So I look at it like that. I mean, I don't have sorrow for all the things I learned. Oh my God, if you could have heard the knowledge base in my dad's head and like his mechanical abilities, his language skills. I mean, just he grew up in an era where his family, um, his father was Swedish and his mother was Finnish. And so he grew up in a home where they spoke three different languages. So, even learning English, and he was kind of a little scrawny kid that used to get picked on and beat on all the time. Some of us know what that's like. I got it in school and at home, so going home to it was much worse than having strangers treat you poorly. So, but that's not what this is about. This is supposed to be the happy things that I'm trying to recall to keep me sane. Really, the only father I ever had. Happy Father's Day, God, because he's the one that guided my adopted dad. In fact, I swear I could see God's eyes through my dad's eyes when I was a little kid. Sometimes it was like I wasn't even talking to him, like he was battling against what he was supposed to tell me and what his fleshly body wanted him to say. And so there was a struggle there that was kind of abnormal that natural children probably wouldn't go through, some weird things. So, um, struggles within adults around me. So, and like I told Doug this morning, and he said he was the same way, but I swear I was born judging these people. I didn't have a choice when you're around something that's so weird, when you're around weird things and you're a little kid, it impacts you. And if everything is strange, and when you go out and see what kind of average or normal is out in the world, and it's so different than what you're around, it's I can't hardly even describe it to you. Maybe some of you know what I'm trying to say, you know like if you see kids with what I would call like a normal average family, loving, communicating, um, mature, all the good things that help children grow. When I saw that, I thought it was a lie. I thought these people were like lying to their children or to the whole world that it was way different when they went home. But that wasn't always the case. So, yeah, it's a weird world we live in. Cheers, everybody. I listened to a really good Lionel Nation talking about, especially men, to tell your sons that you love them. Yeah, that's, and there's unfortunately some men on this planet that love their own sons too much in not just emotional way, but physical. There's a lot of sickness on this planet that I have experienced, but like I say, I haven't been around what I would call normal. I've seen it, you know. I mean, I displayed it in my life with my children and my grandchildren, but as far as actually ever experiencing it for myself, it wasn't something, you know. And then Lionel went in to talk like if your children are gay, um, to love them, of course. Both of my sons have had bisexual relationships. I don't really have a problem with what people do unless, like what happened to me, watching my flesh and blood hump on the same sex right in front of me just to try and hurt me. Well, I didn't really say much. I just sort of walked away and I told him I didn't want nothing to do with him. That was why. It wasn't because of what he would do in private, it's what the things that have been done to me in front of me that bother me. I don't, what they want to do in their private life isn't going to take my love away, but they can take their love away from me and leave me in a position where I don't have a choice. So just try that on for size for a second if you would. So it's a little bit different, is what I'm trying to say. Everybody has their own different experiences in life. So, but I just wanted to get this little Happy Father's Day message out to you and explain to you a little bit about the abnormalities I went through, and I won't say suffered, I will just say went through, left me in a position at looking at things a little bit differently than some people might. Because if you haven't been around the incest or the child raping or, those type of, or brutality, or, and I'm talking about lethally evil shit, then you really don't know where I'm coming from at all. So, and I can't condemn you for that, and I'm happy you didn't have to go through that. If I could do it for everybody and they would never have to suffer anything, I would, and I've tried to carry the weight of the world on my shoulders. That's just my personality like that. So it is coming from a loving place, unless it involves the children. All bets are off. I've told you that before. Anything else, and even displaying stuff in public, is impressionable towards children, and I'm not approving of it, and I never will. I mean, I'm not going to give people dirty looks or say anything to them, but they will hear me thinking, and that should be enough, because if a person is so off mentally that they can't gather what would be good to show a little human being and what wouldn't be, then that is a mental handicap, or they're evil. There's no in between there. So, all right, everybody, I love you. I appreciate you joining me. I'll be back later. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.